Professor Hosoya, welcome to Edinburgh, and we are delighted at the Asia Scotland Institute to have this opportunity to be working with Japan, Government of Japan in Tokyo, and particularly pleased that you are here from your university to share your thoughts on the relationship between Japan and the United Kingdom, both now and in the future in the current Brexit environment. And I'd be very grateful for perhaps some key comments from you on what the main points are we should be thinking about.
Thank you very much for your kind invitation. I'm basically a historian, so that's why I usually tend to place the current situation into a much broader historical context. Mm-hmm. So that's why I think that the current problem with the Brexit should be placed in a kind of a long-term historical change.
Yes.
The world is now changing, and we are living in a time of the transition from the old time to a new time.
Yes.
And we are seeing the rise of China, rise of India, and the decline of liberalism in Western society and so on. So we are now entering into a new time, and one of the biggest problems which we face is that we are seeing a kind of choice between authoritarian regimes, which is represented by Russia and China on one hand. On the other, we have another option of liberal democracies. Liberal democracies is now facing a serious problem in each country because it is now much more difficult to find a consensus. And I think that the Brexit actually divides British people. Mm-hmm. And this is really dangerous because we need now unity among liberal democracies. And among liberal democracies, United States under President Trump is showing quite different kind of foreign policy, and he shows no strong interest in alliances and friendships. And on the other hand, we are seeing the leaving of the UK from the European Union, and which causes a new division within Europe. And also within UK as well, we are seeing clear divisions among the people over the question of Brexit. And I think this is dangerous. This is dangerous because we need unity to try to convince people on the importance and the value of liberal democracy, human rights, and rule-based international system. And I think that UK should be a leading player to respect and defend the rules-based international order. And on the point, I think that Japan is one of the most important friend and strategic partner to enhance the rules-based international order. In the sense, I think UK-Japan relations is important to support that. And also, it is really important for the British people to solve the current difficult confrontation among themselves.
That's interesting. Of course, here we are in Scotland, and there are long connections between Scotland and Japan, Mr. Glover being one of them.
Yeah.
We obviously know that in many ways there have been close connections between Japan and the United States, and yet the world has changed with the current American administration's approach to a much more aggressive behavior when dealing with trade-related issues. We see the trade war with China and elsewhere. And also the differences with the European Union with America, and that is a change, and perhaps it's possible that Great Britain thought that it would enter into this special relationship with the United States on leaving Europe, and that may well not be the case. Do you have a comment on that?
Yes, surely. Thank you very much for your point. I would say that as a historian, I have seen a clear dichotomy in British foreign policy. Britain has been swinging between the two different position. One position is like global Britain, which has been supported by Prime Minister May and her government. Britain should be global. Yeah. It has an imperialist tradition because Britain had a global empire. So British foreign policy must be global and the global reach. This is one position. Another position is that Britain in Europe. Britain must be in Europe. Britain should play a responsible, important player in the concept of Europe and European cooperation and even European integration. So we have seen a kind of two different style of foreign policy in British history. And I think that the current situation is another repeat of the choice between the two. but I see that Winston Churchill said that Britain must be always at the center of three circles. One is imperial circle, the second circle is Anglo-Saxon circle, English-speaking people, and the third circle is Europe. And Britain must be at the center of three circles. And then Britain should and can play a leading role in global affairs. In the sense, even if UK leaves the European Union, I think that Britain should remain the leading player, particularly in the security cooperation among European countries. And at the same time, Britain can maintain a very close relationship with English-speaking countries, not just the United States, but Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and so on, Singapore, and so on.
Which, of course, now are the Commonwealth countries.
Exactly.
So the old imperial power gave way to that, as
exactly.
we know. Yeah.
And Europe as well.
Of course.
So I think that Japan supports that position that Britain remains in at the center of three circles, and Britain can maintain constructive relationship with each three circle.
Thank you. That's very interesting. And again, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much
Scott.
indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.